Hello, guys. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to Un Poco Mas. My name is Danny Deals, of course, for executive producer Hurricane Lopez and supervising producer Stock Karen. We would like to say good morning, hello, and welcome, welcome, and hello, hello, and welcome. It is Wednesday, June 14, 2023. It is 7:30 a.m. out in beautiful Los Angeles. It is 10:30 out in NYC, East Coast. Hope it is a beautiful day wherever you are. Guys, we are 1 hour into trading, and the SoFi rally continues unabated and perhaps stronger than ever. We are up 33 cents or 3.5% on the day, and critically, volume remains very, very strong. We've traded almost 42 million shares, and it hasn't even been an hour into the trading day, guys. So, looking like another huge volume day for the SoFi stock. Last 5 days was 60 million shares traded, 67 million, 85 million, almost 120 million, and then 108 million. So, guys, SoFi has been one of the most popular, one of the most traded stocks, and has had one of the most convincing rallies. Let's not forget that just 1 month ago we were sitting at $4.49, I believe. So the stock has well more than doubled in less than a month. People ask, is the rally over? Is this SoFi stock too hot? No, I really don't believe the rally is over. I believe there's still a lot of shares on borrow, shares on loan that need to cover. The writing is on the wall now that the company is going to become gap net profitable within the next couple of quarters, whether it's 2 quarters, 3 quarters. It's going to happen. Student loan payments, and then, of course, the refinancing volume that will follow are going to help the SoFi stock, and the stock's going to become profitable. Institutions are going to come in, and shorts either have to cover or they're going to be wubba 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 in big big trouble. Guys, I just want to bounce you around a little bit of news. I'm going to try to keep this one very brief. I know that brief and Danny Deals are kind of oxymorons, but guys, the stock was trying to make lower lows here. They pulled it down to 987, did the spike. We're doing these these mountain climber routines here. Then it came down to 983, but it looks like this time, guys, about 988, and might be going back up here. I just see too much volume. The Nasdaq is up slightly on the day. The Dow is down just a little bit, and the S&P is up again slightly on the day. Both indexes up just a little bit of a fraction, 0.2% on the S&P, 0.3 on the Nasdaq. Guys, want to take you over to the chart very briefly. Look at the price action last few days. As you can note, this is the 50-day moving average here in purple. This is the 10-day, and this is the 200-day. The stock was they were trying to pull this thing back down under the 50-day. You could see some selling there, and then the stock just comes back up very convincingly off the 50-day. And again, after consolidate, you could call it a bit of consolidation for this rally because the stock wasn't moving straight up at the time, but kind of came back down. Look at retested the 50-day once, actually broke down below it here, retested it thrice. And then before it, this was sort of a convincing break below. A lot of heavy selling here, heavy selling here. But guys, stock gapped up and has heavy, heavy volume today, has exploded off of the 50-day moving average. This is an extremely bullish move again, and combine that with the volume, with the shorts covering, and importantly with the options activity. I mean, the whole nature of the options changed dramatically just this last week when this rally started. I mean, guys, if you remember, we'd look at these, rinky-dink weekly call options, and we'd see, 5,000 at the most, 8 or 10,000 at the highest strike, which would usually be, the next increment in 50 cents above the current stock price. So people were buying very close to the money. Now, this week, we're seeing we're seeing our normal 4,000 calls at 9 and 8,000 calls at 950 that we may have seen in the past. But now, look at this. We've got, excuse me, 30,000 calls at 10, 15 at 1050. 10 at 11. So either there's some heavy hedging against this rally by the shorts, or there's or market makers and the most powerful forces in the universe, the dark forces, actually believe this rally is going to sustain itself all week, which I don't know, guys. It looks very strong right now. So the entire nature of the options market on SoFi absolutely exploded. At least on these short-term calls, it exploded. I don't know, probably fivefold or maybe sevenfold. It's quite a dramatic change. And then the puts here, a tiny fraction of that volume, guys. We're seeing like maybe one fifth, one sixth on a call put ratio here for this Friday. So that's very telling. Guys, wanted to draw your attention to a large analyst upgrade that SoFi received. I'm not extremely familiar with BTIG. I did look them up. It looks like a pretty legitimate, like investment banking, consulting type of company. I don't think they're known for their analysis and stock picking and things like that. But I looked up Lance Jesserun, and he does specialize in fintech and payments. It looks like he used to be an analyst with Jeffries, and that would make some sense to me. He's only worked there, according to his LinkedIn, for like 4 months, but it looked like he was at Jeffries for a significant time before that. Of course, Jeffries is also bullish buy the stock, but only with an $8 price target, which they reiterated just about 3 weeks ago. I think that would have been right after the earnings report came out. But BTIG initiates coverage with a $14 price target. Wow. Um, let's take a look at their their rationale behind their call. BTIG Research initiated coverage on shares of Sofi Technologies. Sofi has been the subject of several other reports. Mizuho increased. Okay, this is just going. This doesn't give their rationale. I saw another blurb that gave like the rationale behind the increase, but they're talking about how everything is basically coming together for SoFi, and that all of the headwinds that have been sort of amplified and noted by the bears and the shorts are basically not standing up to scrutiny, guys. And I had the opportunity finally to listen to the Chris LaPointe presentation or interview that he did. I think it was Morgan Stanley. Guys, highly encourage you to watch this, to listen, excuse me, to this presentation. You can get on for free. You just have to go over to the SoFi website, click on the webcast, and then register. I did that yesterday, guys. LaPointe was talking about the return of student loans and what the TAM, what the total addressable market is, and what SoFi's potential to see in that market. And basically, they were looking at these big numbers, like between 2007 and 2020, there were like 1.7 billion student loans originated that are outstanding, and of that, it was like 700 million fall in the they were underwritten at a high enough interest rate where it would make sense to refinance, say from the high sixes to the high sevens. That was like $600 billion worth of loans. And then you take those loans and then take out all the people that don't fit in SoFi's credit box. So the actual addressable market in terms of SoFi was about $200 billion worth of loans that they expect people to at least potentially want to refi. And SoFi, LaPointe noted, SoFi has a 60% market share in the student, or historically did anyway, had a 60% market share in terms of refinancing these federal loans. So definitely the best reputation, best known, guys. Take a look at the Affirm stock crashing on a downgrade. The Affirm stock is down $2 or 10.75. Affirm, guys, is garbage. I keep telling you this. These are people that are living in leaky trailers, and they're buying Peloton bikes on credit that they cannot afford, and they're buying Teslas on leases, and they're just stupid people. It's a stupid company. It's a bunch of turds. Guys, the Turd Army does not buy Affirm. The Turd Army buys SoFi. Um, So, guys, the SoFi stock again running up 42 cents, 4.4% on the day. Big analyst upgrade, sustaining, not an upgrade, but an initiation at 14 sustains this rally. Now, I look at this initiated coverage from BTIG a little bit. I'd like to know their position the same way I looked at the Chia Pet reiterating for like the fifth time. Um, that he hates the SoFi stock. I'm looking at this call at 14, like the way that was designed to help a short attack. I feel like this call might be designed to help a rally because, I don't know, BTIG wasn't covering the stock. It's a very aggressive target, but guys, targets follow stocks. Like an analyst might think SoFi is worth 20, but if the stock's sitting at 4, they're not going to come out and make a call at 20. Because they have to look at what the market is telling them. They have to look at what the price action is doing. I know that's not really how you should be analyzing the value of a company just by the price action. It's like the tail wagging the dog, guys. But that's how these things go. Again, LaPointe also went over the demand if they want to sell off their student loans once they're able to get that refi business back up. Will there be demand from the secondary market to buy those loans? He's talking about there's going to be tons of demand. They have the best quality borrowers. And the loans are very profitable. So, similarly to the personal loans, they don't have to sell them off right away. It will depend how they're making more money. And he noted how they could make almost 2% more, basically return on capital. He's talking about leverage versus non-leverage return. And, some of these numbers get a little bit over my head, but then he's basically also talking about why they didn't sell the personal loans. He gets even more granular than Noto. His Chris LaPointe's command of the numbers and the overall like company, the overall sector, the economy. I mean, the guy he just looks like a normal guy, and he's pretty like plain spoken. I actually was noting yesterday, talking to some of you fine folks in the Turd Army, that I actually like listening to the presentations by Chris more than I like listening to Anthony Noto. I love Noto. I think the guy's an incredible CEO, but I think just as an advocate for the company, he's just a little bit too controlled, too polished. Where Chris LaPointe comes across just a little more sincere, a little less formal. When he talks, it doesn't seem quite as rehearsed and canned as Noto. Now, Noto is brilliant on his feet. He's a brilliant guy, and I love Noto. That's not my point. Is never to put down Noto. I mean, I wouldn't be so heavily invested in the SoFi stock if it wasn't for the fact that I really believe in the guy. But I just making the point that Chris LaPointe is also a really really strong CFO. So it's not just Noto that is outstanding. We have an outstanding management team, and that is why we've paid these guys so well, and we've given them so much stock in a stock-based compensation, and it goes down the line, guys. That's why SoFi has been able to pivot and execute so effectively, because their management team, I believe, is the absolute best in the business, best in fintech, best in banking, just the best, guys. But that's all I really wanted to get out there, guys. New analyst upgrade. Rally continues. Guys, let me get you a check of the real-time short interest while I got you here. So today there has been some covering. The days to cover have come way down from 7 to under 4. The short interest was as high as almost 15, sitting down around 12 right now. Still 180 million shares on loan. As far as what's going on today, the borrowed change is 2 million shares. We have 2.8 returned and just about 730,000 borrowed. So the borrowed change is 2 million to the return side. 2 million negative. So guys, shorts are covering, again, not in a frenzy. That's why we're not seeing a dramatic short squeeze on any one day with like a 30% move, 50%. That's what people are calling for. The short interest just isn't that high, and there's just too many shares available. But cost to borrow max again today, guys, has spiked to 14%. That is extremely significant. That tells you there's no sellers in this market. And the stock is going to continue to go up. You ask, how high can it go? Well, Turd Army, I am not seeing any resistance on the chart till 1404. That's just me. I know this $10 point will be a natural line of resistance, and as you can see, it shot up over $10 here today, and then this is 10 right here. This line shot up over 10, pulled back down below 10, and it's just been basically oscillating. And so 10 has been resistance here after it was broken twice. It pulled back down, and 10 has proven to be resistance here about 3 times. So it's very, very sticky, but the spring here is coiling. I mean, I hate to like draw this short of a wedge, but guys, I mean, it is what it is, guys. I mean, this is gonna this is gonna come up, and it's going to go up from here, guys. That's just the way it is. This rally is not over. There's still way too much volume in the stock. There's too many good things on the horizon for SoFi, and everywhere I look on YouTube, in the media, everyone is pumping SoFi. So I guess it's Danny Deals Day, because everyone's pumping the SoFi stock. Everybody's happy. Guys, let's get a last check on the price action here. Sitting up 43 cents or 4.5% on the day. Already over 45 million shares have traded in just an hour and 13 minutes of trading. Guys, it's June 14th, 2023. It's 7:43 a.m. That's your Topper time check. I want to thank the Turd Army for tuning in, guys. Together, we are strong. We are stronger than Wedbush, the Chia Pet, the Turds, the haters, the Sharts. We're just breaking back over $10 again. We're flirting with that line. I believe it was Dees who noted that that's going to be resistance no matter what, and I agree. The stock did find a nice meeting between buyers and sellers in the past at $10, but I believe we're going to break this down today and continue to go up. Where are we going to close at the end of the week, guys? I have no idea. There's no way I can get lucky again, but I believe we're going to be well over $10. I think we may just get that soft landing, and there's going to be a hell of a lot of demand for everything SoFi's selling. If we get the interest rates to pause and then the interest rates start to come down, last half of the year or last, very end of the year and then through next year, we're going to see the SoFi stock just explode and have one hell of a 2024. Guys, any thoughts, any questions, leave them down in the comments. I want to thank you for watching Un Poco Mas. My name is Danny Deals for Hurricane Lopez and Stock Karen. We would like to say thank you. Guys, have a great day. We'll be back at you with a SoFi update as news and events warrant. This is Un Poco Mas.